Morning, everybody. It's Corey Stewart. Hey, before we begin, I did want to show one thing. When you're on Facebook Live, it actually shows you a mirror image. So it may look like I'm driving, but I'm not. If you can see, I am not the driver. There is no steering wheel in front of me. But anyway, hey, look, yesterday I made a big announcement. I announced something which really shouldn't have been a big announcement, but it was. The Democrats have played this game for a long, long time, folks. And that is, they, first, do you remember this 10 years ago? It was the war on women. The war on women. Everything was, Republicans this, Republicans that, doing this, declaring war on women. It was such a bunch of garbage. And when finally the voters figured it out, then the Democrats had to change their game. And so they've come up with something. And this time they're talking about white supremacy. Now, I don't know about you folks, but I swear to God, I don't know a single white supremacist. Not a single one. I don't know a single person. And whoever, if there is one, they're in some cave someplace. But the Democrats are trying to make everybody think that the Republicans are white supremacists. And that if we're against, taking down a statue or anything like that, well, then we're white supremacists or we're defending white supremacy. So one of the most ridiculous things. So over the weekend, when this guy from, I don't even know where he's from, but he came into Charlottesville, and immediately, of course, the Democrats seize on that, and then they condemn him. They say, what are the Republicans going to do? What are the Republicans going to do? So immediately my opponent, Ed Gillespie, and all the other Republicans in the state go ahead and then they condemn this guy. Now, folks, here's what's wrong with that. You're playing the Democrats' game. You're playing the Democrats' game. So yesterday, during my speech, when everybody thought that I was going to come out and do what every other Republican was doing, I refused to do it. I refused to do it. In fact, I turned it around on them and said, look at your own party, the Democratic Party. It is the party of racism, the long history of racism, which, by the way, the Democrats have never apologized for. And you know the reason that the Democrats don't apologize for racism in their own party is because it still exists. There's this guy down there named Wes Bellamy. He's the person who's he's leading the effort to remove these historical monuments in Virginia, is a racist. He's a bigot. He's a homophobe. He's all these things. Look him up. And the Democrats and the two clowns running for governor on the Democratic side, Tom Perriello and Ralph Northam, they have not condemned this guy. Now, if they're all into condemnation and denunciation, why haven't the Democrats condemned an overt racist who's a member of the Charlottesville City Council named Wes Bellamy? He has some of the most heinous things about white people, about women, about gay people, and he's unapologetic. So I stuck it back to him. Now, here's the thing, folks. We can't play the Democratic game. Now, my brother, God rest his soul, he loved to play cards. And one thing he always told me, Corey, don't ever bet on another man's game. Don't ever play another man's game. And I won't. I'm not going to play the Democrats' game. I'm not going to play it because you know why the Democrats are doing this? They want to get attention away from the fact that they are a failed party. They're with a failed ideology that does not address the real needs of Virginians, the real needs of anybody. You know, why did the Democrats lose the working class last year in 2016? For the same reason that the Democrats will lose it in 2017. They are no longer addressing the real needs of working men and women of all ages, of all races. And we're not going to, by the Republicans, Ed Gillespie and others, Establishment Ed as I call him, playing the Democrats' game, they're playing right into their hand, which is to divert attention from the fact that we are losing tens of thousands of jobs, and the Democrats don't want to do anything about it. So here's what we're going to do. When I'm governor, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to run too, we're going to run on our game. And our game is going to be the true game, the real game. And that is the one of reducing taxes, of reducing the burden on small businesses, of providing tax breaks and incentives for everybody in Virginia to create a business, to expand a business. And finally, at last, when we reduce taxes, we are going to bring jobs back here to Virginia. And that is the message, and that is how I'm going to run this campaign. So let the other Republicans play the Democratic game. I'm not in. All right? Hey, everybody, have a great day today, and we'll talk to you soon.